Yo, what up, guys? So, I've had a couple questions on how I go into flower and how I keep it dark. So, I'll show y'all what I got going on as a whole instead of showing you the two different things I got going on two different times. So, I got some outdoors. These first two are autos, a Northern Lights auto and a garlic muffin auto. Those back two right there are my straw guavas. I have two indoor straw guava, or one indoor straw guava now. Back there's Normies, fruits and veggies. I got my white widow growing in now, just super crop those branches. This will be my summer grow. This is 16 gallons of soil right there. So right now I put these outside. These will finish flower outside, still with the sunlight, so I'm good there. But my main plants, let's go take a look in there. That is a complete indoor room. So I had a guy ask about a curtain and how I separated to start flower. My grow room is in there. It's a complete shed separate from the house. I got this plastic up so when I shut my lights off, no light leaks going in. And then here is the indoor room that I do most of my videos. I really don't show you guys a lot of the outdoor stuff because that's just like secondary stuff or weakling plants or runt plants, or if I don't have enough room in here. So yeah, this is my room that I show most of my videos in. It's not a tent, it is a shed apart from the house. If I had to guess, it's roughly a 10 by 10 shed, maybe a little bit bigger. This is where I got all of my grow stuff. Back here in the back part of it that never gets seen. And then here's the door. So when I close it and I separate those the right way, I get no light leaks. There's also two windows in this shed. There's one of them, and the other one's behind those posters. So when I shut this room down, it goes completely dark in this room. And that's how I get flower. So I don't have a divider. This isn't just an open door to the back. If I'm doing my video from, say, right here to my back, nothing is open. We are in a complete own room, own environment. I don't grow in the summertime because it's too hot and I'm not going to spend the money to throw AC in this room. But with my metal haloid lights, it stays about 10 to 15 degrees hotter in here than it does outside. So I grow the majority of my stuff in the winter time because of that. And because of the state I live in, I pretty much constantly got something going on outside. I can flower outside up until April 20th. After April 20th, it is veg time outside where I live. It'll be about 13, 14 hours of sunlight. That's why I got my white widow already started outside. I keep 16 watts of light on the white widow just to make sure it stays in veg for the next month. But other than that, my outdoor plants are the runts, the weaklings, or like on this run, I determined that the PPFD was not strong enough in certain areas where I wanted it. So I didn't want to lose bud production when I got it perfectly good outside in about 200 and 300 days of sunlight where I live. But over in these corners right here in these back slots, PPFD was dropping to about 400 or 500, which is too low. Same thing right here, the side, about 400 or 500. I'm getting about 1,000 to 1,200 in this range right here. So that's where I decided to just leave the two plants. Next winter, I'm only going to grow one plant at a time in here unless I get more lights. but I will probably veg for way longer than anybody would recommend. I'm probably gonna veg indoors for 8 to 10 weeks, and then I think I'm gonna flower another 8 weeks, depending on the strand that I get, because obviously genetics are everything. And so I might be pushing for like a Durban poison, or like even a Maui Wowie that you know 10 12 weeks plus flower. So I want to see if I can honestly, if I can fill this room. I'd probably put about a 20 gallon to a 15 gallon potter in here, kind of like what I'm doing with White Widow on the outside, but instead run it indoors. So I plan to have that planted by September 1st, when it starts to cool down a little bit out here, and then veg that bitch until like November, December, and then flip and then harvest not until like February, March. So, but yeah, that's kind of the setup for all y'all that have been curious. Indoor room right here, and then take a step out, and then my outdoor. So any questions after that, holler at me, let me know. Open book to document what I got going on out here.